And we're live. Yes, that's right. We are live. Let me see. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. All right. So let's see this thing. Let's see who's here. We live? Yeah, we are. Well, Revolta was saying something. Yeah, the corn hat. Yeah. Okay. David Arenas was saying that I'll try to be here and to watch the whole thing. Hey, well, thank you. Thank you, David. I hope you can be here for the whole thing, but if not, there's always the replay. There's always the replay. I think my friend Marlene will not be here in the live stream, but she'll see the replay later on. And Little Vegan Artist says, "So who is this guy? Why is he a corn?" Well, the guy. He's well, the artist formerly known as Mike the Musical Vegan Beast. He now changed his name to Mike. Then he changed it to Mike the Corn King, and now he's going by Mike the Corn Based Utilitarian. Kind of like making fun. He thinks he's making fun of us, the real vegans, when he's actually just making a fool, or more of a fool, of himself. Oh, Martin Kevin is here. Hello, Martin Kevin. How's everything? And yeah, so let me explain what we're gonna do today. The dynamic of today's live stream. I will be doing a live reading of this guy's post, Mike, the corn hat. He's a real corn hat, isn't he? So I'm gonna do a live reading of his post about the predator thing. The carnivores and stuff. And I mean, I cannot, sadly, I cannot share screen because I'm streaming through the cell phone, my phone. So I don't know how to actually work that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it and I'm going to give you my live reaction to it and my response. I've already read it several times, trying to make heads or tails of it, but I still don't understand what the heck. But let's have some fun with this. I think it's going to be fun. I think there's going to be a few instances of me saying things like numquat and gah, but you never know. It might happen. So, man, it's crazy that this is even an issue or a topic to talk about. It shouldn't be really. It's a thing that is completely outside of veganism, in my opinion, and I don't think vegans should even entertain this idea. But what can I tell you? These debate bros, they come up with these nonsense theories. Someone has to shoot them down. So let's go and let's read this ridiculous nonsense together, shall we? Yeah. Well, okay, so his post from 4 days ago, this is what he was saying. Right, so this may be the most polarizing community post I ever make. Yeah, really, don't tell me. But I'm going to talk about my stance on culling predators. Now, this is weird. Like his stance on they say that they say culling because what they really mean is they want to mass murder all of the carnivorous animals. This is a subject that I've been agnostic on from quite some time now. Okay. And then says, I've publicly stated in the past that I agree with the assertion, but feel less certain about the action. So what he's saying here is that he agrees that I'm guessing that the population of predators has to be reduced, but he doesn't know how to, or he doesn't exactly know what would be the best way of doing so. I think it's ridiculous. I think we shouldn't be thinking these things, but I don't know. Probably since discovering vegan gains, there it is. That's the problem. Probably since discovering vegan gains during my infancy of going vegan, And it's a topic that I've been silent on for too long. That's the problem right there. You discovered vegan gains. That guy is not vegan. That guy's just some guy who works out and plays video games and wanks off. That's it. That guy's he's just an entertainer, a performer. He's not really anything. He's not a vegan. He's not an activist. He's just a performer. He's a character. He's playing a character on YouTube, and you fell for it. Sadly, that's the problem. Okay, so I've been guilty of dismissing the conversation, saying maybe this is something we can reassess when the world goes vegan. Yeah, I've heard that a lot, and even I have said it at some point. But really, what I was saying is, let's not even talk about this ever. But um, even though there was no intentional assertion of me, thinking it's an unimportant discussion to have, and I take responsibility for that, since it makes no sense for me to encourage discussion among my peers on my channel, yet come off dismissive of it altogether. Yeah, but Mike, that's the thing. Like, you either bring it up or you don't. But if you're gonna bring it up, then talk about it. If not, then just shut up. Okay, this perhaps paved the way for dogmatism to flood my channel when I claim not to be a groupthink kind of individual, which in retrospect is a clash of interest with who I am as a person and what my channel stands for. Wow, okay, so this part here, paved the way for dogmatism to flood your channel? Dude, what are you talking about? What dogmatism? You're, let me tell you about your channel, okay? You were encouraging terrible people with terrible ideas, like the intersectionals and other debate bros. They were the ones flooding your channel, not if you mean dogmatism, like this is some kind of dig at certain vegans, the real ones. I don't know what it is, but what you've been actually encouraging is horrible people like Kane and other numquats, with terrible ideas outside of veganism and that's your friends now. Intersectionals and debate bros. That's your friend. That's who you hang out with now. All right, so and you can claim not to be a groupthink kind of individual. That's ironic because now you are a groupthink kind of individual because Dr. Avi is telling you what to think, basically. Okay. What he stands for. Reflecting on who I am, what I want to be, how I navigate through life, hobbies and interests, and what I want the world to stand for. I've been pro-rights, says he, for as long as I can remember, as I never understood why slavery was legal, or why it took millennia for women and black people to have civil rights. I don't think it really took millennia, and if you mean in the West, well, at least they have rights. What you should be thinking is, why is it that in the rest of the world this isn't the case? Yeah. Or why the LGBTQ plus community receives so much hatred? Well, I'm not gonna step on this landmine, I'll tell you. Uh, but if you don't know that, man, well, I don't know. Maybe that could be for another video or something, but whatever. After all, my pro-rights state of mind is what led me to align my actions with my beliefs and go vegan. As I see veganism, and this is the other problem, he sees veganism as take a gander, take a look at this, as extending basic human rights to animals. And that's the problem right there. Veganism is not what you see or what you think or what you feel. Veganism is what it is. It's already been established. It was established in 1951 by Leslie Cross and the original Vegan Society. The guys who came up with the word, the concept, and everything. Oh, Revolta, hi. She says, hearing on the metro. Ah, nice, awesome. Thank you. So yes, that's another problem right there. So what we've seen is several problems here. Now this paragraph is all he's just throwing flowers at himself, and speaking of how good of a guy he is. This is all big virtue signaling. Like, oh, I've been pro rights as long as I can remember. I don't understand why some people don't have rights and why people hate this other community. Yeah. Vaffanculo. Ah, oh man. Like we say in Venezuela, throw that bone to another dog. Like, you're not gonna fool me. But whatever. So okay, so extending basic rights to animals. So we see now the problem: vegan gains and extending human rights and seeing veganism as something that he thinks it is, but dude, it's not what you think. Veganism it already has a clear definition and a clear goal. So it's not what you think. Doesn't matter what you say or not. Like, this whole thing is already void. You see? Treating others how you want to be treated. I know others may define veganism differently, whether it be with Leslie Cross's sentiment, and he calls it a sentiment. What? It's not a sentiment, you mook. It's the actual veganism, which you deny. That's the problem right there. Or abiding by the vegan society's definition. Yeah, that one is terrible. But pro-rights and compassion is how I perceive veganism and always will, since rights are perhaps the greatest tool in one's arsenal to combat injustice. That sounds so nice. Well, this first paragraph is just a whole bunch of, uh, you know, triceratops crap. Like in that movie Jurassic Park with the mountain of crap from the triceratops. And and a bunch of virtue signaling and basically he denies Leslie Cross. So he doesn't have a clue. This guy is clueless, absolutely, like, ridiculous. So now we go you know to the actual pulp of the fruit, the actual thing. Now he says, so how does this all stay into the culling predators discussion? Well, that mainly comes down to where I lie with philosophy and principle. I am, and get this is gonna be hilarious, a threshold deontologist. Threshold deontologist, man, threshold deontologist doesn't exist. That's just a consequentialist with extra steps. That's what it is. Is, oh, I'm a deontologist unless this thing happens, and then I override this thing with consequentialism. That's what threshold deontology is. You're not a threshold. You're just an well, gonna try not to curse too much. I don't know. Otherwise known as a plant-based utilitarian. I don't know. I don't know if utilitarian would be the right word here, because from what I understand, or what I've been told, is utilitarians don't actually care about rights. And you speak of rights, so obviously that's not a utilitarian thing, but it is consequentialist nonetheless. And in some cases, ooh, bad guy from World War II and xenomorph killer, among other derogatory yet surface level terms. But as the old saying goes, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. All right, Rihanna. Which seems to be a forgotten sentiment by today's customs. I've been a closeted, what? Threshold deontologist. Ah, okay. I thought it was some other closet. Threshold deontologist for quite some time now. But the cat's out of the bag now. Some of you may have even picked up on it from certain positions I hold that I've spoken publicly about before. Yeah, I think the first red flag. Se le explotó la costufa. That's hilarious. Oh man, that made my day right there. That's freaking funny. Martin Kevin, I think it means, well, I don't know how you call it in your country, but some call it palomitas de maíz, some call it rosetas, some call it choclo or pochoclo or something like that. I don't know, depending on the country. Popcorn, my guy, popcorn. Se le explotó la cotufa. Oh man, that made my day, really. That's hilarious. Man, like, oh man, that's freaking hilarious. Love it. All right, that's funny. All right, so yeah, you know, sure, dude. Like I should have seen the red flags. Like when I met you and I first encountered your channel, all you were doing were some workout vlogs and stuff like that, some workout videos and stuff, which should have been my first warning. Then I started doing this live stream about gaming and stuff like that and other stuff, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe yeah, these guys like the they want to put you in the same category as those games guys and those nutribars and stuff, but sadly you joined their cult. That's terrible. I think it's sad, really. What can I tell you? I've made a case on culling mosquitoes, and I've been especially vocal about the moral bankruptcy of oppressing animals for cat food, as there is no moral justification for those things. Yet people will use descriptive disclaimer as ecological niche and trying to survive or obligate carnivore, among others, to defend them, which illustrates the is-ought gap, using a descriptive claim with a normative assertion to say it is, therefore it ought to be. All right, dude, but here's the problem, right? The problem with the cat food and stuff is that cats should not even be with us. They should not be our pets. I'm sorry to tell you, but cat food shouldn't even be an issue because cats should not be our pets. Yeah, how about that? Yeah. Um, and the mosquito thing, man, you understand the difference, right? But probably not. I think he speaks about that or he writes about it later on, but let's continue. Why should we be permissive? Oh, yeah, here it is. Of mosquitoes infecting and killing hundreds of thousands to millions of people annually. This affects other species of animals too, with the viruses and diseases they carry. And why should we put up with it? Circle of life, nature. But wait, mosquitoes are innocent because they are victims of circumstance, right? If we grant that mosquitoes are victims of circumstance, that doesn't negate the other victims of their circumstance. The hundreds of thousands of millions of human and other animals infected and died from disease. Yeah, but you see, there is a difference. Let's see if you guess it. There's several differences here, right? But I guess you already covered the one about the mosquitoes not actually carrying diseases on purpose. It's not like they have fun infecting us with anything. That's not what they're trying to do. First of all, they're trying to survive in the world the way they know how, you know? So, yeah, it's not their fault. But obviously, first of all, we have a right to defend ourselves from any attack and any threat to our health and well-being and in our lives. I don't understand what's the deal here. It's sad, it's unfortunate that this happens that way, and instead of killing a bunch of mosquitoes, we should have thought, because that's the human supremacy mindset right there. That's actually a good example, because what if instead of thinking of pesticides and insecticides and traps and whatnot, we actually would have thought, hey, how can we just get these guys out of our way, out of our backs, and without using excessive force or assassinating them. Why didn't we consider their existence in the first place? Maybe because we didn't care for it. That's why. Nothing to do with practicality or anything. It's just that we never considered the rest of the animals. So why would we do the mosquitoes? But the thing is that the mosquito, as I was saying, yeah, it's not infecting anyone on purpose, and that's not what they want to do. And the other thing is, we obviously, like I was saying too, we have a right to defend ourselves. Like anyone has the right to defend themselves. So I don't see what the deal here is. But there is a difference between the mosquitoes and the predators that you speak of. The predator is, get what? Guess what? Yes, it is an obligate carnivore. They have to do what they do to survive. If they don't do it, they starve and die. They exist, and I think they have a right to exist as they do. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you, my guy. Like, it's just, it is an unfortunate thing. It looks horrible, and I'm pretty sure if they would have a choice, they would, they would probably, I don't know. I think they would probably choose something else rather than have to put their lives and their well-being at risk every day or almost every day to go out and hunt for food. Animals in the wild, they risk their entire existence every day in search for shelter, food, territory, mating, all of these things. So it's not a predator. I don't think it's a predator exclusive thing. It's just what the wilderness does. I don't know. Doesn't negate the victims of Russia. If a human, which by the way, yeah, I'm granting non-human animals don't have a moral agency. They have to survive. Yeah, exactly. But not only that, is these guys are completely forgetting the fact that the would-be prey animal also has a fighting chance. They have a chance to defend themselves, run away, hide, do whatever. So I don't understand. It's not like they need us with like a machine gun to show up or anything on their behalf. They don't need our help. But I don't think they do. I think they're doing pretty well, considering that there's far less, you know, carnivores out there, I guess, than herbivores. I think those herbivores are doing just fine without us. But mosquitoes are innocent. Where was I? So with them, disease. Okay, sir. In a human context, you wouldn't grant that in the case of a mentally disabled serial killer, oh man, it's like if you've been indoctrinated by Dr. Abbey, ask yourself, Nutripor, Heriberto, and these guys. You're saying the exact same thing. It's the script is the same. You couldn't even come up with your own example because you don't have one. You don't have your own thought. You have a copy paste of someone else. Man, like mentally disabled serial killer who is a victim of being mentally disabled, likely a rough home life. I don't care about his rough life or negative. What? I don't care about anything. But they still wind up killing and wounding many innocent people. Then why does consideration for that one individual's innocence outweigh that of many innocent people? Ecological niche, circumstance, just by sheer numbers alone, and the greater rights violation involved, that makes no sense at all, nor have I ever thought it did. Okay, listen here, you corn shucker. The crazy people killer, the deranged lunatic, is a deranged lunatic, not a regular person. It's a psycho. It's outside of normalcy. Lions, or well, not lions, because you're not talking about lions here. Talking about, you know, carnivores, predators, whatever, in general, they're normal. They're living their normal life. They're not some psycho. They're doing what they do, and that's it. Some psycho person is a psycho person who doesn't need to kill anyone. So, yeah, we must stop them. All right, so to think people are called Nazis or believe to not care about animals because they won't give a pass to an animal or human being who harms and kills many others is something I don't understand. No, you clearly don't understand is that you are a human supremacist. You've been indoctrinated by Dr. Abbey and his cult, and you're choosing one animal over the other, or a bunch of species over another bunch of species, because you're talking about mass murdering or mass whatever it is, whatever solution you come up with, you're talking about manipulating the lives of millions of individuals because you want to. Like, I don't get it. Nature has tornadoes. This part is hilarious, really. Nature has tornadoes. Tornadoes, though, hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis that displace and kill many people and animals. Nature is cruel, so why use normative assertion with appeals to nature, yet criticizes non-vegans for it? Dude, because when non-vegans use the nature fallacy, they use it to justify a bunch of horrible things that they do. They use it to justify perpetuating the slavery of animals when they don't have to. So it's not the same. And also, hurricanes and earthquakes and tsunamis are not actual beings. They're not creatures. They're just natural phenomenon from Earth. And the only reason that they displace and kill anyone is because there's creatures here. So if there wasn't, they wouldn't kill anyone. So they wouldn't be considered bad. Like, for example, in every other planet that we know, yeah. That also makes no sense. I wouldn't be a coward and not try to save you from an aggressor, even if it puts my life on the line. And then say the bear has the right to defend their territory from campers. Okay, that's you. But if you go camp where the bears live and the bear attacks you, why are you defending? Like, what? I mean, think about it. Those campers are going to where the bear lives. So I'm sorry, but I think it's the opposite in this case. I think the bear has a right to defend his or her territory. It could be a mama bear, and maybe the campers are playing with the cubbies. You don't know. And the mama bear, as we know, is one of the most fearsome, you know, the most aggressive mothers out there. And she doesn't take any crap from anybody. She would even go against male bears who are like bigger and stronger than her, and she absolutely destroys them to protect her kids. So, yeah, bear, 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 bear. You haven't met my mom. All right. While they tear innocent animals to pieces, I'm not going to make cognitive dissonant concessions like that. Yeah, dude, there's many others understand nature, so I know that. Be a coward and not try to save you from an aggressor, even if they say the bear. Okay. I could also go on about lions versus gazelles, the wrongful usage of the phrase justifying a holocaust to end a holocaust. Yeah, these are just digs at my friend Sky here. These are just digs at him, basically. I don't know why you're doing this, but whatever, man. You chose this path. And since you're a consequentialist, well, feel the full force of the consequences of this, of your choices. Or the blatant intellectual dishonesty of deflecting hypotheticals to explore values just because you don't like it. That's actually a straw man. That's not the reason why we deflect hypotheticals, or not based in reality, among other things. But I think you get the idea by now. Yeah, I get the idea that you're a numquat. And hypotheticals, my guy. Here's the thing with these hypotheticals, and I think I'm gonna make a video about this at some point, probably soon. But here's the thing with the hypotheticals, right? These debate bros, these gamer chair bullies, they came up, they devised a strategy to win debates. They didn't come up with it's all not in good faith. Those questions are never about the question. They usually present a false dichotomy, meaning that they present you with an A or B scenario, but there's an actual answer C that they don't tell you or don't consider. And usually it's all just to trap you into either conceding their point or like biting the bullet, as they call it, or whatever. Like, for example, this is what they do. If they ask you, if this happens, A or B, and you answer, well, A, obviously. Okay. So now what they do is, well, since you said A to the first question, if the next questions, because that's the thing, that the next question they're going to ask you, if you answer B to the second question, then you fail because you're inconsistent. And because you don't want to be inconsistent with seemingly with your own values, you're going to answer A. But here's the trap, and here's the sick part. The A, answering A on the second question, it's going to make you sound like a crazy wacko, because that's what they do. They give you two questions or several questions, but if you answer one thing in one and this and the other, then either or you look inconsistent, which they will tell you that weakens your position, and therefore they win because they are consistent with whatever they came up with, and you don't, so you fail. Or you're biting the bullet and you're signing off on horrendous things just to remain consistent. So it's a lose-lose situations where it's just a device, it's just a trap, it's just so they can jerk off in their spare time, listening to the Discord recording of the thing, because that's the other thing, man. Like, these guys are all like, Discord, voice chat, whatever. Like, what the heck? Look, if any of these debate bros invites you to their Discord, run away. Just run away. Don't even engage anymore. Like, just say, you know what? Nice meeting you. Have a nice life. Goodbye. And don't ever talk to them again, because it's a never-ending trap. The real never-ending story, those Discord voice chats. So, well, the final part. Yeah. Answer the question. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you don't answer, or you say, no, this is ridiculous nonsense, then they get mad. You have to answer. That's the other thing, right? Like, you have to answer, and no, doesn't matter what you answer, it's going to be wrong. So, because they say so, And so, whatever, it's ridiculous, man. The whole thing is so childish. It's not even funny, it's ridiculous, man. All in all, I stand for rights. I stand for justice. And you clearly don't. I believe in exploring values. I believe in aligning my actions with my beliefs. Right. And I believe in defending the innocent, as in this particular case, my threshold for innocence is that predation does not outweigh the innocent victims of predation. Nature or not, I don't side with aggressors, and you shouldn't either. And that's where I stand. But I don't know, man. Like, you're not telling me anything here. What? Okay, dude. Like, your entire opinion is wrong, because it's based on a wrongful thing. And that's where I stand. Okay, yeah, I read that part. So he says here, and this is the part that really ticked me off, and this is why I'm making actually this video. Any predation apologist, he says, nonsense, from this point forward will result in a ban from my channel. But he was talking about how he let dogmatism, if we remember at the beginning, I let dogmatism flood my channel. And now he's saying, if you don't think like me, I'm going to ban you. I don't know. Is that dogmatism or what? I don't remember. Like, you don't think like me, you're out of here? I don't know. He calls it predation apologist nonsense, even though it's not. So he's basically saying my point is the correct one, when it's not. It's just your opinion, and your opinion is bullshit. For those on the fence, agnostic, with the topic, hopefully you've gained some perspective, something from my perspective. Yeah, the only thing I've gained, in fact, no, I didn't gain anything. I lost a whole bunch of brain cells trying to, make sense of this ridiculous nonsense here. You're the one with the nonsense. You're the one who's an idiot. And I'm sorry, but no, you cannot redefine veganism. It's already been established. It is a thing that exists. And in fact, veganism exists from way before even your parents were born or something. So what are you talking about, man? You're not going to get here with your corn hat and redefine something that you don't even comprehend. And then this part, this is really, like banning people and stuff. But okay, I don't know, people in the audience, what do you think of this writing? Do you think he's right? Do you think any of that, what he said, makes any sense whatsoever? Because I don't know, like that seems so ridiculous to me. But I don't know what to tell you. I will say this: since the debate bros, they love hypotheticals so much, I'm gonna throw this hypothetical to the public here and to any debate bro who might come across this live stream or the replay or whatever. Here's my question to you. I'll probably also post it on my community post or something to see if someone replies. Maybe this corn hat or maybe Nutrivore or who knows, whoever. Because here's the thing with rights and stuff. There are no rights in nature. Wilderness doesn't have the concept of rights. Lions, gazelles, red pandas, they don't operate under any notion of rights. So you cannot speak of lions taking the rights away from zebras or gazelles or whoever. They don't even know it exists. It's a man-made concept. And it is sick that you're taking a man-made concept to pass judgment on other species that cannot comprehend something you invented. That's absolutely sick. My life. That's ridiculous, man. But then you have to answer this. How about, since all of you love hypotheticals so much, here's one for you. Would you be okay with an alien race that you know nothing about? You don't see them, you don't know it, you don't even know about them, but they know about you. And they came up with this concept exclusive to them that we as humans are too, let's say we are inferior to them. We don't have the rational capacity to comprehend their concept, even if we came across it. Like, there's no way for us to comprehend their language or anything they could tell us. So they came up with a concept. And from their perspective, us humans here on Earth, we must be eliminated because we're doing something that they deem immoral, whatever it is. Same as you with the lions, let's say, or with the carnivores. Would you be willing to accept the human race being wiped out by those aliens based on a concept that they created? Someone else from afar passing judgment on us. Would that be something that you'd be willing to accept? Because I sure as hell don't accept that. I believe in freedom, in liberty, and self-determination and self-control. And I believe in being the owner of my own destiny and not being a puppet or being manipulated by anyone. So I'm sorry, but no, there it is. So you tell me, debate bros, would you want that to happen? Someone else deciding if you're good or bad and ending you without you even knowing or having the chance to defend yourself? You tell me. Well, people, I think this covers everything I wanted to say. I think we've already seen who's a cornhead and who's not. So I don't know. This is for now. Hope you have a good one. See you in next videos, and hope everything is well. Have a good day. Well, I have other stuff to do. So there it is. Thank you for being here. To the people who participated and saw the live stream. And yeah, I hope you've gained some perspective out of what I said. And se le explotó la cotufa. That was freaking funny. All right. See you, Martin Kevin. See you, Little Vegan Artist. This one says, let me know if I misunderstood your pet position. Yeah, my pet position is animals are not pets, so they shouldn't even be, uh, you know. Thank you, AJ. Okay, thank you, Loshi. And well, thank you, everyone. I don't know if the special one has something else to say. Like, say it fast, because I don't have like much time right now. I have to do some stuff. So let the dogs die in the street? No, not necessarily. I just mean that they're not pets. And I don't mean let them die in the street. I just mean stop breeding them into existence. And sure, we're going to have to, it's not a perfect solution, but we do have to, against buy from breeders. Yeah, but I mean, rescuing them, that's, that's a heavy topic for probably some other video or something, because that's going to take too long. So you want to know about that? I can tell you, but basically, yeah, I mean, it's not just buying from breeders. The problem is that if we keep adopting them, then they're gonna keep breeding. If they keep breeding animals and we keep adopting them, it's never gonna end. Like it's never gonna end. We need to stop the breeding process. And sure, we can bring home or whatever. If you can give them, some kind of shelter or something like in your home or whatever, that's fine. But what I'm saying is they're not pets. Okay, they're not pets. If you rescue an animal, the animal is not some accessory to you. They are someone who are victims of a horrible thing that we do to them. Yes, we should rescue them and feed them plant. Well, the problem with all of this is the other sick part. It's the problem with this is now there is an industry of plant-based food for animals. And when you make things an industry, the breeding thing is not going to end because they need more animals to sell you the stuff they make for animals, because the animal is not going to buy it, it's the human. So I don't know. I mean, can't they just eat, I don't know, celery or something? I don't know. I really don't know. So it's a very murky situation. Yeah, it is. It is a hard situation because how do we end it? That's the problem. So we need to end this thing. We need to end the breeding, and it pains me because dogs are freaking, they're adorable and everything to us, but the problem is we made them that way on purpose so that we could use them in whatever way we wanted to. It's a selfish thing. It's a horrible thing we did to them. They are our victims, and it's terrible. Yeah, the whole. I don't think there's a perfect solution with the pet situation. I don't think there's a perfect solution, but there are better things than others, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Will it go away? I hope it does because it's the breeder thing is just absolutely terrible. But hey, who knows? One let's see what happens. Maybe when the world goes vegan, everyone will understand that animals are not props, accessories, or entertainment. So who knows? Well, special one, everyone. Thank you for being here, and see you on the next one. Exactly, no animal should be bred into existence. That's right. All right, so bio. Hmm? But aren't you anti that vegan rescue cats or dogs? I really, I don't know. It's sad situation. I don't know the real answer to that. Really. Sometimes I feel like, yeah, let's not do this anymore. Sometimes I feel, oh, we at least owe them something, but I I don't really know. So, all right. So topic for another time. I reckon, yeah, probably, but it's something I don't even want to talk about all that much. But okay, so now, yes, we are saying goodbye for real this time. At one, two, three, bye.